Hey there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite must-have staple fall decor pieces for the autumn season. And what's great about all of these is that they're budget friendly, but they'll still give your space that high-end designer feel this autumn season. So some of these pieces are new from this year and some of them are my favorites from last year, but I'm gonna give you styling examples for everything so you can get some fun fall decorating inspiration, and everything will be linked down below in the description box. And I know it is early for fall decor, but these things sell out super duper quickly. So I wanted to get this video out there so you can snag what you want before it goes out of stock and then decorate whenever is right for you. So I'm excited to share with you all what I found, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this first piece is one of my absolute favorite fall finds, and it is this stunning Burgundy stem. Now, I found this for $9.99 at Home, which is an insane deal considering these look super similar to those plum stems that they sell on A Floral, and everyone sells them out every single year, but those are almost 3 times the price of these, and these still give you that super realistic pop of burgundy, and they're a very large stem, so I honestly believe they are even longer than the A Floral stems, which is a great value. So what sold me on these specifically was when I held them up next to another pair of burgundy stems that I wanted, I really liked how these pulled a little bit more brownish purple and just had overall a little bit more muted tone, while the other ones were a little bit more red. And I typically gravitate towards the more muted colors because I think that gives my space a softer, earthier palette. So when picking out colored pieces, I like to pick things that are just a little bit more toned down because I think that has a more realistic look. I'm just gonna pop them in a statement vase on our console table for now. They are super large, so they really create a statement, and they have that really pretty kind of sculptural feel, which I love. I used 5 stems total, but you could totally get away with 4. And something that you could use 4 stems with would be to use these as garland. And I actually showed you all how I did this last year in my fall tablescape video. It's super simple and easy to do, but these are really great for using as garland just because the usable space here is so long. So you're able to kind of create a very large faux garland look, which I like too. So yeah, I love this stem. The coloring is absolutely perfect. I think they look very high-end, very expensive, super realistic, and they're a great alternative to the A Floral ones that everyone always sells out every year. Okay, so this next piece is probably one of my favorite accent decor pieces. While florals are in a category of their own, these are like my favorite autumnal accent to just give that fall feel to your space. And they are these super cute little ceramic acorns. And I love ceramics because they really help to give your space that handmade artisan feel, which I just love. I feel like that helps to create a collected home. And even though these maybe weren't handmade, I still can very much appreciate them, especially as someone who is in a ceramics class. I just think that these would be really hard to make, especially because you have to hollow out the insides before you put it in the kiln, and that's something that I've just always struggled with. So I'm assuming that is why they have this hole here, which it actually is kind of cool because if you had some secure wall hooks, you could use these maybe like to accent a gallery wall or in a little entryway space just to hang them on the wall. I think that would be really cute. These would also be really pretty just to kind of scatter throughout a tablescape and add some visual interest. But what I think I'm personally going to use them for is to use them as bowl filler. I think they would look so cute just styled in a little bowl placed on like a coffee table or a console table, or maybe somewhere like a kitchen island where you see it all the time, just to give that autumnal feel to your space. And for me, I'm really all about the materials that I pick when it comes to fall decor. Sometimes it can be overwhelming when you go in the store because there are so many different textures and finishes. And for me, I really like to gravitate towards things that are more natural and simple. So that way it gives off an earthy, sophisticated feel to my space. And ceramics are one of those things that I look for. So I love the little speckle detail on here. And it's also nice to have an acorn shape to kind of accent the pumpkins, because pumpkins can sometimes be overdone or at least just very prominent in autumn decor. So I like to have other kinds of shapes and objects other than pumpkins to help kind of give my decorating some variety. Okay, so we all know that fall is like the quintessential cozy mealtime season. So this piece was a must for me. And this is actually something that I picked up last year. It is this stunning cast iron pumpkin. I mean, how cute is this? This is just so unbelievably adorable that I keep it out on my burner as decor all season long. It looks so beautiful just sitting on my stovetop. I love the little autumn touch that it gives without being too themey or overpowering. I just love the white color and how it's neutral with this really pretty gold stem on top. I just think that it looks very classic while also giving off that subtle festive feel. I always get compliments on this. It's so nice when people come over and I serve soup or a cozy pasta and they can all just ladle it right out of this really cute pumpkin. So I actually found this last year at TJ Maxx, and I believe that HomeGoods currently has the orange one and the black one in stock online, but you could always keep your eye out in store. There are other places you can buy white ones online, but they're just super duper expensive. They're typically like $300-ish, which is crazy because this was $39.99, and that's the best deal that I've seen out there. I will say the inside of this is cast iron. So if you were picturing that like enameled Dutch oven kind of finish on the inside, this does not have that. It is cast iron, which does require a little bit more care, but I've had no problems with it. It's been really great, and I've cooked lots of soups in this last season. So not only is it a functional, cozy piece you can actually use, but it also doubles as decor as well. Okay, so this next piece is also from At Home, and it's a really pretty accent floral. It is these really beautiful muted Protea, I believe that's how you say it, stems, and I just love the texture that these give off. I'm starting to be impressed with At Home's fall faux florals. Like, they have some really good pieces. Not only are the actual floral part of the stem very realistic, but the branches on these look so lifelike. So because these were $5 per stem, I didn't want to get a whole bunch of them and like break the bank, so I only bought 3. $15 I figured was pretty reasonable, and they'd be great to kind of mix in with some other stems just for some added texture. These would also be really pretty to maybe pop in a smaller place to make a statement, like maybe a smaller hanging basket or a small little dough bowl or something like that. This might get a little pricey, but you could always just pop off the tops and use those as bowl filler. I think that would be really pretty if you're looking for something unique and different. So these are very versatile and a great deal. And again, when sourcing fall florals, the number one thing that I look for and I'm very picky about is coloring, because coloring can make or break. A lot of fall florals can be a little bit too fakey. They can be a little bit too vibrant in my personal opinion. And these have that super natural, earthy, organic coloring to them. I love how the middles are kind of like a burgundy and then they slowly fade to this rusty brown on the outside. I think that is so beautiful and unique. And not only is the coloring beautiful, but the texture is beautiful as well. So definitely a really great piece to have on hand for fall styling this season. Okay, so these next pieces are really cute if you like to entertain or have some cozy fall gatherings, or you just want something really cute to eat or drink out of for yourself during the fall season. And the first thing is this really cute speckled pumpkin bowl. How perfect is this for soups or oatmeal or ice cream? Some apple cobbler or pie with some ice cream in this. Last year I actually used these in my fall tablescape, and I just placed some really pretty mustard colored napkins on top of them, and I feel like it looked so festive and fun, but it was just really easy to do. And these actually aren't very expensive. I believe they're even on sale right now, so they'd be a great piece to have on hand if you like to have little gatherings or people over for meals during the fall time. And same thing with these really cute amber colored pumpkin wine glasses. When I saw these, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't not have these. I don't know why, but if I eat or drink out of something pumpkin shaped during the fall season, it automatically tastes better. And what I really like about both of these pieces is that they're a perfect mix of being fun and festive with also being classic and subtle. So they're not over the top, they're not themey, they're not tacky, they're very tasteful. They will give your tablescape a more sophisticated, high-end feel, but it's great because they actually are pretty affordable, and I just think that they're great pieces to have on hand to use year after year. Okay, so next I wanted to share one of my favorite budget-friendly florals with you all. These are so beautiful. I love the red coloring, but how, again, it still just has kind of a brown undertone to it, so it's more natural looking. And to me, when you see the leaves turning red outside, this is the color that they realistically are. So I think that these are so beautiful. I actually love these so much that these are what I made my faux fall tree out of last year, and I used them all up up on my fall tree, so I am so happy that they brought them back again this year. So I went ahead and I bought 3 more. That way now I can pop them in vases and make little arrangements throughout my home. These would be perfect for, you know, a bathroom countertop or maybe on a shelf or a coffee table because they are shorter. So they'd be great for maybe on a dining table so people can see each other over them if you style them a little bit lower. And as you can see, 3 of them make a really good size bundle. So, you know, this is a great size for an arrangement. And I just love this stem. Obviously, I bought it 2 years in a row. I think it looks very rustic and gathered and super lifelike and earthy. Okay, so this next piece was my one splurge of this haul. And it wasn't that bad because I was able to sign up for emails and get a coupon, but it was this really pretty Burgundy Garland from A Floral. Now, I know I mentioned the stems and how those were $28 each. I just thought the garland was a little bit of a better value because instead of having to buy a bunch of singular stems to create an arrangement, all I needed to buy were 2 of these to dress up a mantle or to lay across a dining table or to lay across a console table. These are really versatile, so that's why I figured I would invest in them. They were in stock, which last year I know they sold out super quickly, so I figured, okay, I have the coupon, I'm just gonna go ahead and order them. They came super fast. I believe I got them 2 days after I ordered them with standard shipping, and I love the coloring on this. I think for now, I'm gonna drape it across my mantle just for a really minimal, simple, rustic vibe. You might see these in a tablescape later on this season, but for now, I think I'm just gonna have them on our mantle just to give that really pretty pop of burgundy. These also look very similar in color to the at-home burgundy stems, so these would be great to use in a room together if you wanted to tie in that burgundy color scheme and have it repeated several times throughout a room. That would be a really great option as well. Because this garland itself is such a statement and it can really stand on its own, it lends itself to a more minimal decor style because you could just lay this across a dining table, layer in some candles and call it a day, and it would just be a really beautiful understated tablescape that just feels and looks very tasteful and elegant. Okay, so a classic fall decorating staple that I always love to invest in and have on hand are glass pumpkins. And these are so versatile. These are actually sold on so many designer sites. I see lots of different varieties of glass pumpkins being sold on Pottery Barn. And this was actually a find from the dollar section at Target last year. And I love how it has this lid so you can put whatever you want in here. You could put some little lights or a battery operated candle. Last year I filled this with some really pretty dried oranges that I had to just give off that very rustic, organic feeling. You could put battery operated candles in these and use several of them on a walkway, on a front porch, or maybe along a dining table or on a mantle. There are so many things you can do with these and use them differently every single year, which is why I bought several of them. This was probably the hardest thing to link for you all. I did find a very similar piece at home online. Hopefully it is still in stock by the time I post this video because they are hard to find, but I will do my best to link some similar products below. Another piece that I used last year, but I just want to briefly mention it because it is one of my favorites. It's this really pretty serving ceramic pumpkin. I actually bought this online at Belk. It was super affordable and it's actually a dupe for the one that they sell at Williams-Sonoma for, I believe it's like over $100. This is just a great piece to have on hand if you like to entertain. Maybe you want to serve a salad in here. It looks really beautiful out on a tablescape. Last year I just put it out on my table all season long because I really loved the look of it. And again, it's very classic. It's really simple, so it's not over the top or themey. It's just very tasteful, which is why I feel like they sell something similar at Williams-Sonoma. Those pieces are always classic. They never go out of style and they go with everything because they're neutral, which I really love. All right, everyone, that about wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed this mini fall decor haul and enjoyed seeing how I plan to use some of these items in my space. I am still planning on doing a fall decorate with me, so you might see these items used in different ways in that video, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really does help to support the channel. I just want to thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!